Good afternoon, everyone. Today is the 30th. It's a Monday. It's the last Monday of December. Actually, this is the only first time that I've just had of, some quiet time ever since I've been on holiday. Spending some time with family, just reconnecting and, reliving some moments and some challenges that we went through, separately, whether it was as a family or even separately. And it's just been a great time. And funny enough, a few days ago, I was sitting in my bed and I was thinking to myself that, it's actually been a while since I got a chance to just, sit and just speak from my heart and just share a few things that were on my mind or that I had experienced. And I just thought to myself, what a good way to just come back and make some time and really record something that will help people reflect on the year that we all just went through, 2019, and the new year that we're about to get into in a few days' time, 2020. And it's a very it's a very interesting time, I have to say. So this is the first time I got some quiet time. So I just really, just want to start off by saying that this year was very interesting, and it was filled with a lot of good things. And I hope also on your side that it was filled with a lot of good things and a lot of positive things and some learning curves, because I feel like life without a learning curve is not really an interesting life. It's not really a life filled with growth, because without a learning curve, then you are not able to grow as a person, and you're not able to really better yourself and to really step up and move into the direction you want to move. And the only way you can do that is to really go through a bit of challenges. And sometimes you actually don't even need to go through challenge. You just need to be around the right people that when they go through something, you're able to learn, so that when you go through your own challenges, you're able to say, oh, I remember when it comes to such things, this is what I need to do. This is how I need to maneuver around this specific thing. And for me in general, I had a really, really good year. Just like any other year, there was minor challenges, but we came out on top. We finished strong, and really, really excited for 2020. And as I posted earlier on my social media, that for me 2020 started today already. You know, for me 2020 started today, and I'm just ready to hit the road running. I'm really positive. I've spoken to God about it. I've prayed. Um, I've had my vision board ready since November already, and that's something I'll talk about today. So, just to cap 2019 off and to really get into what this recording is about for today, is that I just want to put some things out there that will help you let go of 2019 and some of the bad experiences that you may have had, or some of the things that you haven't gotten over, because in our lives we go through so many things, and we have gotten to the point where things happen so quickly, and we want to achieve so many things so quickly that we don't take time to recon, you know and we take it for granted. But reconning is so, so important. It's something that's so vital to ourselves as human beings, because when you get to a point where you just sit and you recon and you just go over and you play over certain things in your mind and you relive certain moments, that actually helps you get over those things, or that actually helps you appreciate those things. So, for example, I mean, we know that we're a nation right now that's really fighting to be successful, fighting to get into our feet. And we we get to points where, okay, we you achieve whatever you had set your mind on. You work so hard, you work months in, day out, late nights you woke up, you put the sacrifices in, and then finally success comes, and then you achieve whatever it was. But the problem is that we are so quick to move on to the next thing, and we don't actually take time to appreciate all the work we put in to get to that specific point, and all the sacrifices that you made. And that's why we slowly becoming people that are are not satisfied. We have so much void in our lives. We have a very big void where we just feel incomplete. We just feel like nothing is enough. We just feel like you keep trying, but you just don't get that fulfillment. And that's because we miss the recon part. We miss that part where we really sit down and say, "Wow, you did well. keep it up, stay strong, and we just keep on moving so quickly. And if you just take time to slow down sometimes and really congratulate yourself and really relive certain moments and say, wow, you really did well, now move forward, that will actually help you fill the void, because then you really feel appreciated, because you appreciate yourself and you appreciate the work that you put in. And same goes for the challenges that you went through, or the bad experiences that you had. It's good to sit down, and because what we do, we tend to brush experiences, and especially the bad experiences, we tend to just brush them aside and keep moving and say, nah, it's nothing, and keep moving. But you don't realize actually it deteriorates you inside, and it really gets to your subconscious, and it's something that really sits in your mind that you don't realize, and actually can disadvantage you going forward. And you find yourself being scared to do certain things and holding back because there's something that you didn't deal with and you took it for granted. But with every bad experience, you need to really sit down and relive that moment, as no matter how painful it is. You have to relive it. Let your body and mind go through that emotion. If you cry, you cry. But the important thing is to relive it and to hold on to it and say, you know what, I'm letting you go. I'm not gonna let this thing hold me back anymore. And then as soon as you say you're letting it go, that's you letting it go, and that's you slowly letting it out of your system. And that is something you need to do almost more than 20 times, because there's a part that I read about research where to for you to overcome something, or to get something out of your system, or for something to be part of you, you need to have it as repetition. It has to be something that was repetitive for it to be like a mannerism that you do without thinking. You have to redo it over 21 times. And same goes for something that you want to get out of your system. You need to redo that thing over 21 times. That's only when you can start seeing that you're getting it out of your system, out of your mind, out of your body. So you really need to get to the point where you say, okay, this was painful, this was hard, I'm letting you go. And you really think about it and you really visualize everything, and you do that over 21 times. I guarantee you'll start feeling better and you start staying stronger. And then another thing is that we need to get to a point where we take each other more serious and we help each other more often. We are at a point where we've blamed so many people in our past and our disadvantages for certain things, but we don't realize that actually helping each other and being there for each other really is a more powerful thing that we misuse. We are so good at wanting other people to experience what we went through, and we feel like if you give someone advice, or help them out, they're gonna surpass you. If they surpass you, good. One day they'll remember you and then they'll help you. You cannot tell the future, and the whole point is not for you to help just so that one day you can get something back. The whole point is for you to help your own, kind, to help our own humankind, to help each other. And we live in a nation where we are very disadvantaged. I mean, for a very long time we've been on the back foot, and our country has always been going through the toughest times ever. But if we stand together and we actually try to get to the point where we believe in each other and we buy from our own, we support our own, and we push each other, that's the best way to get ourselves out of the challenges that we come across. And for me, that's something that I felt like we need to learn from 2019. And I mean, 2019 was an amazing year for us as Africans specifically. I mean, so many things happened. We won the World Cup. We've had our very own do well internationally. People achieve different things in different careers and in different aspects at different levels. And for me, that was a wake up call that, okay, you know what, our time is now as South Africans. Our time is now for us to succeed, for us to do well, for us to really achieve the things that we've always wanted to. And if we don't take this time, then it's all on us. The world is looking at our country. The world is literally looking at us. We have the best resources, we have the best abilities, we have the best knowledge, we have the best creativity, we have everything that the world needs. And if we do not own it, if we don't take charge of what we have, it's just gonna get taken out of, it's gonna get taken from our own soil, and it's gonna get back, and it's gonna get sold back to us. And that's something that we need to really learn from and grow from, and really take note of, that the best time for an entrepreneur is the best time to start something, the best time for your business, the best time for your dreams, the best time for anything as a South African that you've always thought of, that you've always wanted to do, is now. And for me, I consider 2020 the lucky year that's just gonna make things happen for our country, and for me personally going forward, the best time, of our lives. And you first need to declare it, you need to believe it, you need to prepare for it, and you need to pray about it. And for me, that's something that I believe in. That's something that I've always used, and that's how I've always maneuvered in my life. And I hope that you always take that with you wherever you go, and you always remember that our time is now, your time is now. Take it and run with it. There's no one that can stop you. You're the only person stopping yourself. It all starts with the mind. Remember, you need to, if you want to stop yourself from not achieving your goals, you need to think about achieving those things over 21 times. You need to learn how to control your mind. You need to convince yourself that you can go back to studying. You can achieve all your goals. And for now, to move into how you can really better yourself and prepare yourself for the coming year, 2020, is that you need to have a vision board. And this is something that I learned from Steve Harvey, and I'd really recommend that you follow him, because he really shares a lot of motivational um, experiences that he's had. And he's someone that I follow myself, and I've really found that he's very, very, very good. um, a vision board is something that you where you write down all your aspirations, all your dreams, everything that you want to achieve, no matter how big, no matter how small. You write it down, and like you try to fill it up as much as you can. And I'm sure when you get to about 30, you'll start jamming, you start not knowing what to put, but it's fine. And always get into habit of maybe putting something down every day, or maybe every week, and then pray about it. Talk to God about it. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what you want to achieve. And as we know, and in a religious context, is that whatever you write down, God sees. And if you take that approach, you're guaranteed that you will be blessed in that sense. And for me, I feel like it's something that's weird, because I actually had a vision board, but I didn't call it a vision board a year ago. For me, it was just my 2019 plans, and I can say that 90% of those I've completed and I've achieved. And then towards the end of the year, I got to learn that there's something actually called a vision board, and then I realized, like, oh, that's actually something I had already. But and I actually can say it actually does work, because you have it written down, because you read it every day. And there's something, if you have to read it every day, you have to pray about it every day, you have to remind yourself every day, you have to stay disciplined, you have to stay focused. Because as soon as the year starts, you come through different challenges, and you end up forgetting that I have a vision board that I want to achieve, and I have all these things. So it's also very good to remind yourself every day. And for me, one thing I did was that I recorded myself saying out all my dreams, all the things on my vision board. And then every night before I sleep, I listen to it. And then every morning, I listen to it again, because it just helps you remember it. And as you know, anything that you do repetitively sticks in your mind, and you remember it, and it becomes effortless. And it's something that will stick in you, and you'll end up practicing that thing without even realizing it. And for me, that's something that I also wanted to share in terms of getting into 2020. And also really emphasizing that no matter the challenges that you go through, that will come, never forget what you have planned, what your dreams are, what you've always wanted to achieve. Never let anyone or anything get in the way of you achieving your dreams and what you've always wanted to achieve. Because at the end of the day, you came here alone, you're leaving alone, you have personal goals that you want to achieve. Do that. Don't let anyone stay in your way, because at the end of the day, you're the only person that's stopping yourself. You're the only person that's stopping yourself from, working on whatever you need to work on, for yourself. And for me, I believe that if you put your mind to it and you really have discipline and focus, then you can achieve anything, without a doubt, without a doubt in my mind. So from my side, that's what I wanted to share with everyone, and I hope it's really something that people can take forth and really, I don't know, really engrave within them, and know and believe that they are able to do all these things because they can, and that there's nothing that will stop you from getting to the point that you want to get to. And if you just prepare yourself mentally, you really sit down, and this is something that's really important that you have to do just before the year hits, so that by the time the year hits and it's a new year, then you're ready. You've spoken about it to God. You've applied yourself. You prepared yourself mentally, and you've gotten to yourself into the routine of knowing that, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to achieve. Don't let people on social media get to you by saying, no, these things don't work. Just do your stuff. I'm telling you now, do this, and you'll thank yourself. And with that said, always remember to support those that are in need, and give advice. Sometimes advice is more effective than money or anything else. Um, and also learn to let go. It's really a waste of time to hold on to things that don't better ourselves, that don't help you succeed, that don't push you to the next level, and that don't really keep you in touch with who you are. And it's really good to learn how to listen, absorb what's necessary and digest, or listen and hear what's not necessary and let it come out the other side immediately. Because we get into the point or into the routine of letting small things hinder our success, our growth. And one thing I just remembered now actually is that I heard this from Vusi Temakwaya, and he was saying what he does on a daily basis, and he was saying that he wakes up every morning, before anything he does, he reads a book, and then he showers. Oh, then he plans his day out, and then he hits the gym, and then he starts his day. And for me, it's like that's something we need to do. And for me, the important thing that I've always said, what, it's a good thing to do, especially when you get home, as Vusi said, is that you need to get home and really think how your day was. Like, what did I learn today? What did I do that was productive today? How can I better myself going forward? And that's part of doing recon. And it's something that you can do on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. And it's something that can really help you, moving forward. So I'd just like to wish everybody an amazing few days left of 2019 and an amazing 2020. Um, this recording, this podcast, whatever you guys prefer to call it, because I've encountered people that have, called it many different things. This goes down as the last one, for me, from my side. I don't think I'll be putting out any more content going forward. I just want to take this opportunity just to thank everybody. Ke a leboga. Ke leboga go menagane. Your support has been amazing. Thank you to the subscribers that have subscribed to the channel. This was always, a platform that I created where I just wanted to speak from my heart and really connect with people and really leave something behind, where I know that we as people, we go through the same challenges, same different things. And uh, I've heard one or two people just say, you know what, I actually went through that and I understand. And for me, that was goal achieved. the goal was to have people say, "Wow, I actually can relate. I'm actually not the only one going through this." So thank you once again. I wish you an amazing 2020. God bless.